Welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at setting up a free web certificate in AWS for your API. Let's start with going into Route 53. We'll make a hosted zone and put your own domain name in here. And click on Create Hosted Zone. Go to your domain provider's custom DNS and add all 4 name servers. AWS needs a way to verify your domain. Certificate Manager request must be in North Virginia at the top right. Enter your domain variations here. DNS validation. Click Request. Click on Create Records in Route 53. Click on Create Records. And finally the certificate is ready to go and verified because we used DNS validation and entered all those 4 name servers. And now we can go back to our preferred region. Go into the Details tab of our EC2 instance, copy the DNS address to the clipboard. And while we're here, we want to go into the Security tab and update the security group. In addition to the existing SSH rule, we want to make sure that we only allow traffic from CloudFront, as we can see in this source address here in the second rule. And now we can go into CloudFront. Create a CloudFront distribution and paste in the DNS address that we copied earlier. For now we can use HTTP and use our port for the backend, which happens to be 5001 in this case. And under Viewer we'll be redirecting HTTP to HTTPS and select the required HTTP methods. Caching or caching can be disabled. So depending on your budget you may wish to select to enable security protections in the WAF, but in this case we can at least temporarily not enable them. And in here we can put our alternate domain names. I'll be including the www subdomain. And so here we add our custom SSL certificate. As you can see above, it does have to be in the North Virginia region to be able to show up in this menu. You can easily get caught out here. You can leave everything else as default and click Create Distribution. We can see whether the CloudFront address is working by copying it and pasting it into the URL bar. It appears to be working. We can go back to our Route 53 hosted zone, click on the domain name and click on Create Record. Use an alias to route traffic to CloudFront and select our distribution. And do the same thing again for any subdomains. You can see we now have a couple of extra A records. And we now have a secure connection to our custom domain name and API. Thanks for watching.